Hello, welcome back. This is episode 2 of I don't know what really, but this is the plot, the one I've just posted. So today's mission is to keep the beavers alive, as always. This is in probably should rename this, but District 1, the Beaverdome. Well, there's really a dome. Today's episode is going to mainly focus on trying to get us to survive what is likely to be very soon a bad tide coming forth from here. So these I've had 2 droughts in the previous episode, I think, or 3. The colony is not looking too bad. We decided to replace some of these trees for oaks, but obviously they'll take some time. They are quite a ways away. So today's hope is to get the beavers down into the water here and form some sort of double height diversion and look to rip these out to replace them with floodgates. Right now we've got 13 beavers, 3 kits. Everything's looking okay so far. We're okay for water. Food's very good. But we've only got potatoes and carrots sustaining the entire colony, which, you know, does the job. We're going to need a grill to sort these potatoes out. They will eventually grow, not far from it. So it's better to get those harvested as soon as possible and start cooked. Our little water dump here at the back, little sneaky thing to keep this back area alive. Should getting a defense in for the bad tide fail here. We'll obviously keep these alive. It'll probably kill the trees, but fingers crossed. It's not going to be a problem for us. We've also got a gear workshop that is mostly done. We're waiting on planks. There was a bit of a delay getting this put together on the last episode, mainly due to the lack of water coming through here due to a drought. Other than sorting out this, my biggest fear of the bad tide is getting bigger tanks sorted. So right now we are using these tiny tanks, which again are doing okay, but we are going to need more water as soon as these droughts and bad tides pick up. Now we're only playing in normal mode, not hard mode, so it's not like we're looking at a 30-day stretch or anything. However, bad tides coming through here would be devastating to the colony, as we would lose all the berries, all the crops here, and probably the biggest majority of these trees, especially if they're turning into oaks. I guess the next goal would be potentially start to move over here and start to look at something more industry related. There's plenty of dead wood over here, and there is also some metal down in this bit. Now, if we get to it eventually, we can just get some stairs down here, which we have unlocked. We get down here and get some scrap metal. What eventually would be good is getting a bit of a reservoir going properly. Now, we can pump straight from here, but this is also keeping the crops alive, and we need to do something a bit better. But we'll see where we get to on today with that, but I don't think that'll be this episode. Probably the next one. In the meantime, let's take this off pause, and the beavers do what they're going to do. I guess what I can do is start to look at what we need to do from a path point of view to get over here. So, nice straight shot. We are short of a science bod, so what we got? We've got 2 in there. We probably need it. There's no one in there at the minute, which is fine, but it's paused. We have 1 builder. Okay, so we're kind of stuck for resourcing at the minute. Let me have a look at this. What I'm going to do is see what we need to do for this. Right. In fact, just to remove any temptation, So, I think this surges when it comes back, so we need to be careful. If this was blocked and this was open, we would still get splashing of a bad tide in here, which would be very bad for us. So what I think we need to do is look at building too high. So I think a couple of levees on here with some stairs. That'd be a good start, and then... because I would eventually like to let water in here, so I don't need to babysit this. Sluice gates would be perfect for that, but we don't have access to metal yet. So if these were just as a layout, it's not going to build it like this. No. If we were to build that, I think it would cause issues from backing up. I'm wondering if that would be better. We wouldn't need that. And we wouldn't need that. Because then this would back up an overspill here, which would be okay, you know, when it's bad side. But I think if we look to get these with the double heights, 250 science, which we are nowhere near. But I think if we can't try and get them in to build these as these, single height for now, that could leave us in a good situation. Now, eventually, we may need to come in and do something with this longer term, although ideally, you know, if we were going to do something properly, we would either cut a channel this way or cut a channel this way and just drop it off the edge of the map for any bad tide. No idea how strong these are, but I'm hoping... oh, let's see. Noticed that before. Oh, there's a little bit down here. Still a cave. Just noticed that. Got distracted. So yeah, if we build this, that hopefully that's enough of a curve to bring it all in and funnel it through. We need to knock these down and turn them into floodgates. I'd ideally like to make these single height on this side and double height on this side. But we've got to really hit the science for that. So what I might do is, although we're in equilibrium with drubs and we do have the potatoes in, I think what would be the best for us to do is bolster the foodstuffs. So let's get a grill in. Let's just get that. I might as well put it straight up to the edges, I guess. Let's just get that in there, and then what we'll get, I think, is a little bit of storage. That one, that one. So if we just get the raw potatoes in here, and then this farmhouse can get some people into it. But first, let's get these built. I don't think any of this is going to die. This is the worst contamination you're going to get on here anyway. So we have lost these little bits, but it's nothing major. Obviously, there's nothing we can do down here, again, because the contamination. Eventually, we'd put something in here for industry coming up and using this as an extra piece, a bit like this, as this will service and work for us in a bad tide. Obviously, there'll be no throughput of water through here. So, hopefully, as morning comes, the beavers should be waking up and getting these sorted for us. So that's a grilled potatoes. We will need extra storage for grilled potatoes. So I think what's best for us here. Yeah, not that one again, wrong one. And we just make this the grilled potatoes. Now this is basically going to be what we're going to be surviving off for the next pretty much forever. If we lose these, we lose these. These are our lifeline. But anything we have picked isn't going to go away. Leave these guys in here to fall that to pieces. Aha, the gear workshop is done. Good. We've got 5 potatoes. Oh, these guys can reach. Fair enough. Oh, in that case, we can pause that. Let these guys come over to a million miles to pick these. That's fine. And we're doing for water in here. While we're in a temperate cycle, let's just top up the water. But let's get this built. Get raw potatoes into there. So the guy doesn't have to go so far. Not touch berries, so we can ignore that for now. So we've got plenty of logs. I think it's going to be best if we begin to pause. So I don't know what the throughput is. I don't know if 3 is enough. See if we can find that out later. So grill is up. This is going to be important. However, how far are these from growing up? Not massively. That's okay. I think we'll be fine with that. We need to get these harvested anyway, so we may as well get them harvested. They'll put stuff into the farmhouse anyway, so there's a stash of potatoes in there. We just really need to get the science, so I guess we've lost a few beavers. Yes, we've lost a lot of beavers. Huh, alright, fair enough. I think we can let's not do that, just pause. And we can do with, I think it's about time that we get just these oaks planted anywhere that they can go. And I think we should just say it's time for these to go. You can reach everything, so that's okay. So yeah, we've got plenty of blocks, it's fine. Are we going to need... let's have a look back to landscaping. If we were to build these, we need... to build the doubles. 30 planks. I think I'm going to let this run for 30 planks and pause it. I'm going to hedge my bets that we're going to need that. So now that that's built, let's take them down. I want them back in here. I need to speedrun the sites, I think. We'll go without the potatoes for now. Farmers, got enough in there. Forester's doing his thing. In fact, I think if I just... Is there any other gaps? Yeah, let's just get him in. Can't be a problem with that. Right. Cool. So it's just gonna be a case of getting planted what we can and then pause the forester, I think. There's no grilled potatoes because it's still want to grill. We do need to all hands on deck for that. Let's just increase the speed up to 2. And probably go to 3, seeing as everyone's about to go to bed, so let's just zoom through the night. I'm gonna go too fast and lose track of what everyone's doing, although I think it's pretty much a holding pattern for now. It may be worth doing some experimentation, I think. It could be a waste of logs, but I think if we get them down here, all of these should now be in range. I'm going to pause that one. So I'm going to see if we can get away with a gap of 4. If this floods, then I need to rethink. What we could also do with actually is getting across there somehow. That'll be fine actually, because we're not going to build those. So let's just I'll let them finish. Once that's done, stairs up there, up onto here, and build the 2 layers. I think we can just get away with just the one up there. So where's... I think that, hopefully, but once we've got all of the science points to get to 250, which shouldn't take us too long. Population's looking okay. No spare beds though. None of the potatoes coming in, so I think we're going to need some housing, but I'm going to start to move the housing probably like here. Just because we've got contamination on this land and we can't really do much else with it. So I think if we flip that, put that in there, we just keep setting these back. Oh, down here. In fact, no, I'll just do a long line. But if we do this, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to pause these because I don't want them to build them, but I do want to get all of these moved and get some of this land back. So hopefully that should be topping up, which is good. It's fine. So where's the paths? In fact, no. Going to do it this way, I think, because then in here we could probably try and get something that'll help them out. Do start wanting to look into get into something in here that's going to improve the beaver's well-being, as we're still quite low. It's only cycle 3 though, so I think we're okay. Obviously these things are way down in the line, but showers I think is probably the next best thing for us, and just get them up here so they can get a bit of a wet food bonus. The builders will be obviously, well, the builder will be getting the advantage of that, as they have the ability to come in and sort all these out. Now hopefully, okay, so these will, if these overflow with these 4 not here, then we know for a fact that we're going to have issues with surging. Let's find out. So if we have to delete some, we have to delete some. We're only going to lose water over here rather than anywhere else. That, as bad as it is, shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. So we've got plenty coming through here. Now that that's built, actually, I can add that to the build queue so they can get up and get us up here. Need to remove that path eventually, but it should be enough for them to build that. I think that actually should be of a higher priority. That's okay. So we have what's up with these? Are they injured? Of course they are. Okay, so we need a hospital wing. I think 80 science. You're gonna have to wait. Sorry, beavers. I want the floodgates next. Oh. Well, in that case, never mind. They can just go through. Should have realised that. Never mind, that'll save us some planks. That's okay. So, we have enough of those. So, pause please, and hopefully there is no one going in here, because I don't want them to... Oh no, they can go in there, that's okay. We've got a few planks they can use. In fact, no, I don't want to risk it, so what's that? Thank you. Oh, actually, I'm doing 4. No. Need 40. So, let's lower the build queue. That's next up. Hopefully, we're down 1 job. We could do with someone else coming into here, to be fair, but we have the science. Good. Right, so... Double floodgate. Possibly a waste of science points, but I think we need this, so... Yes, please. Not going to build anything yet, but I would like to deal with the fact we've got... really? Yeah, we'll get the science, and then we'll get the medical beds, and then these beavers can get themselves rested and relaxed. Get 130, we'll get the showers and those sorted, and I think that should help them. Now, 120. So the next thing will be these. After that, as we need to start increasing our water supply, or water storage more specifically. So if we get everything sorted, stop bad tides, we should, in theory, be able to keep everyone alive. Now, haven't grilled anything yet. Oh, there we have. Yes, we have. Jolly good. Okay. So, with those being grilled, we actually have a decent balance in our food stuff. We could ideally do with someone in here to start harvesting, but they're not going to die this year, in fact. What's that? Spare beaver is now builder beaver. So with any luck, we can get sorted. Now, with this extra building, once they get round to it in the build queue, that's going to open up a lot of space for an extra beaver, which is probably okay. The plan will be, once we get to the point where these are starting to get built, we're going to get rid of these. Back here. Okay. So, you just have to be injured for a little bit longer. I'm so sorry. Ah, we have some space. We can plant some more trees. So let's get those in. And I think, yeah, I think let's just go for it. Okie doke. It'll be fine. We are going to have to start looking at storage as well. We're going to need some more carrots because these guys are pretty full. We're kind of stuck here because we don't have the beaver staff to get them in here to harvest these, but eventually it might be worth... Is it worth moving this? Probably not. Probably not. We'll leave it where it is. It's okay. So beavers are working on this. So we won't get that finished today, but it's looking sort of promising. So I guess either this one and this one, if once these are built, we're going to have to, at that point, see if we've got any problems with overtopping these. Hopefully not. We'll see. Are you not making anything because we're full on? We are full on storage, right? Okay, so let's quickly fix that with a planks. So the sooner we get that back up and running, so sat there wasting time, we can get all the planks we need. We've got enough logs. Has it gone up? No, not really. I think it's still holding about right. Hello, no, maybe not. Might be a slight concern, but we'll get there. I suppose in the short term we can add that to there as a low priority. Now, if these can be built without any issues, from a flow perspective, these can be the double wood gates. And we have our 40. So that's good. We may as well let them fill this up. To be fair, there's only another 9 to go. Yeah, okay. So, after that, the builders can have a nice little rest, I think. So, what are we missing out from a jobs point of view? We've got 2 in there, 2 in there. Have the beavers who were injured died, or have they healed? I'm not sure. Maybe both. I think we've got 2 spares, so let's get all the builders on the case, get that sorted out. We have the science, and I think if people are getting injured now, again, beavers, not people, I think they would be best. So that gives us a bit of a buffer space for that, which is fine. What is okay? And he's hitting with a hammer, and they've started on that one. Okay, cool. So if this doesn't overtop, I think we're okay. I need 1 more on each, just to stop any splashback. Yeah, see, this isn't growing, so I think, although it causes a bit of a surge when they create it, it's fine. As I would like to keep them together because it makes it going up and down much easier. Ideally, we'll get a drought warning next. Problem we're probably going to get if we have that is... Yeah. Without emptying all of this and causing us extreme grief, we're going to have to be careful how we approach that. Maybe that there's enough throughput to get water out there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, surge over. I think it is flying close to the sun, but it is evening out and we're still below the 1 block, which is good. Okay. Oh no, okay. No, that's okay. In that case then, I think... why are you thirsty? It's just that you're busy. Yes, it is. I actually just realised we're on 16 hours. Let's up that. Not that we need them to do anything, but I think if we get rid of these, as we have a better way now. So, double. I don't actually know if it matters, but and I want to keep that gap in unless it comes up as a bad tide. Now these I would like to up the priority. And then... Okay, it's a drought. That's okay. So I think the best way to tackle this, perhaps, is to... Yeah. Let it go for a drought. I think we're going to do a bit of up and over. Maybe a waste of resources, but... let's just pause this guy. And unpause gears. I think I'm going to also add another... It's a bit painful, but... And another water storage. We're not really touching the sides of these two anymore, but just in case. That's now built, so we are going over. There's only 2 spare beds though, so... So they're working on these. So with any luck, we just set them to 0. Because we don't want to interfere with the water as it stands today. Have they done this yet? They have not. I think. Let's just delete this. So what I'm going to get them to do is go up and over, I think. Actually going to get them to build all 4. But before we get too heavily invested, I think if we get them to go up and over, then when the drought starts, we can slide this up and then tackle this area. I think it's going to be a similar story over here. Again, dual height. So if we get 1 levy here and here, in 2 days, slam these shut, assuming they're built, which they aren't likely to be. That just needs hitting with a hammer. We started that. No, we might be okay. Got some extra space here. Now, if this is a bad tide here, it is likely going to kill this corner, which is bad, but it's not the worst. It's not everything, so I can live with that. Good for berries. These will never die, assuming this doesn't surge. We just get a path across the top, don't we? Wrong one. Path. There we go. So that's the most important job anyone can do at the minute for us, which is fine. We were going to get showers in for them, wasn't we? So let's give them a bit of a boost for that. So showers, yes, please. Can't really go there, but it can go there. It'll be useful for storage, to be fair. I think. That'll be something nice for them to get on with when they can get to it. I'm not going to rush order that one. Just downplay that. So we'll get there when we get there, which is fine. The forester can probably get paused shortly. We've got just a couple more to go. Trees that are growing anyway. These are nearly done. The oaks are a million years away, which is fine. We've got the wood, we've got the planks. How many gears do we need for a big tank? Actually, let's just pause that one, double check. Storage, big tank. 20. I'm going to pause him just in case he wants to use any more of these. So that's nearly done. That needs... So we need 20 planks. Good. Okay, that was a good move. Because we only got 21 and he was going to use them all for there. So, good. Now, I just need to let them crack on with that. They can... That could have been a problem. It's as good a spot as any. So that gives us double height protection all the way across, other than obviously here. But once that drought kicks in soon, and then as soon as these in, I can get that demolished and stop relying on this guy. Which would be ideal. So, what else have we got? We have enough grilled potatoes, even with just harvesting half of them, which is fine. There's no potatoes left in there, but it's okay. If there's enough... Yeah, there's not really enough throughput on there to really worry about turning this on. It's okay. 2 seem to be coping in there. We desperately need more carrot storage. I want to get these done first, and then we will get them to sort out the... Yeah, we'll get them to sort out the bits on the build queue later. I don't think I'm going to build this. Let's get rid of that. But what I will look to do is once we get a bigger tank unlocked and built, which I want to build a bit closer to where the homes will be over here, and leave these more as a supply, a bit of fall over for them. Yeah, that just needs hitting with a hammer. That's got enough in it. We've got plenty of logs, so I think we're in good shape for that, to be fair. Okay, so that is the end of our production here. We'll have absolutely no power to build anything else, but luckily we've got enough of planks and not so much gears, so we can't really do much with that. What we could do is build a hamster wheel on the back. Wouldn't be ideal, but it would do the job. So what I'll do is I'll raise that for the time being. That's not done, that's not done. It's fine. Hopefully the planks are en route for that, because otherwise I don't know where they're going. Oh, here they come. Cool. Okay, so I'm just concerned that we don't have the blanks, even though we should have. Yes, we do. Right. 2 days. Okay, so I think the hamster wheel is probably what we need now. Not particularly a fan of it, but needs kind of must. It isn't really enough to drive that full power anyway, but let's just put it in but pause it. We'll turn it on if we need it. I think it's probably the best way of dealing with that. But once that's up, we should be okay, because we can stop any water leakage at that point. That's down at the queue. That's paused anyway. They're paused. I think. Yeah, we need to do something about carrots, don't we? There isn't any space in there, I assume. Storage. Warehouse. If we get that in and use that for carrots. Maybe this beaver's carrying some logs. Okay, no, but fine. Good. Okay. Cool. So I don't know what they're doing, but oh, okay, fine. I'd have preferred you to have finished that, but I suppose it wasn't prioritized, which is fine. Good. Right, we are at least drought protected at this point, so the next thing will be I think the stairs should be next. I would like them to get that done. We have got enough for that. Is there anything better for us to purchase with our science? Yes. We can't make them anyway, so I think I mean we can't make that anyway, we don't have the planks for it, so yeah, okay. We are going to need that hamster wheel, I think, at this point, so please get this built. And again, no showers for you. But we really need to get this back on, and we do need to get planks. As we need the stairs built. In the meantime, they've got some bits and pieces that can work on for these. Just keep the colony protected, which is fine. we can't build them yet, so as long as we get the hamster wheel going, we should be okay. Again, we've got the logs for it, so I think that's not going to be a problem for him. And then after this, it's probably that, to be fair. Let's just tweak the priorities, get that built. We are going to have to stick a beaver in there. We do not have a spare beaver, although you're not doing much, so congratulations. I don't know where you disappeared to, shorthand, but I need someone in here. I need someone in here. Could probably look to start taking the builders off, to be fair. We'll leave them going, we may as well. We don't really need anything else. Let them work on the science. 2 beavers in there is okay. Yeah, we're not even touching the sides on food. That's a bit of overspill for when that gets built. And hopefully these planks get taken straight out to these stairs. Which it looks like they are. Good. So, let's get these marked for demolition. I think what I will do is I will put the doubles in here because it gives us a bit of extra reservoir in here. So if this dries up first, we can always get them in. And I think wait for this to be demolished. It'll flood all back here, and I'll delete that, and that can stay paused. That'd be the best thing for us. How have you managed to build the back wall first? Okay. Fine. That makes no sense, but whatever. Right. Water is looking okay. We are making planks. Apologies for putting you in the wheel. Okay. Spare beds is fine. There is a vacancy, which is where? Oh, okay, fine. We've got quick potatoes, I think we're okay. I think what I'll do is I will down prioritize you. As long as we've got someone working on science, I think that's okay. I actually would like you to do those. Gonna lose all the water, but not a problem. Now, we need to get those in. So we're going to need another 30. So again, I think they should be the priority. They've said on those, so it's fine, but I think we should get these, concentrate on these. We'll get the planks sorted. We are probably going to start to run into a bit of issue with wood. If there's nothing we need to do, pause that. So we in our equilibrium. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, so a drought coming in. We really could do with these built sooner rather than later, but I think we'll be fine if we. Oh, once the water comes, I'll not open it yet. But if we open the water up, we might lose some of this. It hopefully will go one of two ways instead of just one way, which is that way. See how that works out for us. There's nothing I can do about it, to be fair. It didn't splash that, so that was okay. So, fingers crossed. If the wheel of steel here starts turning, and if it does, we can then pause this one, but I don't think it will do. Yeah, don't think it will do. Okay. I mean, we're not going to lose the water, but it is going a more favourable distance. Please, with the utmost priorities. Thank you. We have 16 planks, which is good. We need to get these started to be thrown into here. Probably should have had them doing this rather than those blocks, but whatever. Is what it is. And you kind of build it anyway. Fine. Let's speed through this through the night, I think. Yeah, I've got some pines. Let's see if we can replace these with some oaks. And hopefully some of these oaks start coming in. Okay, 90%. That's fine. These are good numbers. As they represent getting all of this finished. But we desperately need to get the water flowing back in this direction to spin this up to stop poor Kizzy here on this bad boy. Tammy's in here. All of them. None of them. None of them. Okay, fine. Is what it is. Can't do much about it. Oh, we have some oaks down here, so let's... path, please. Thank you. That should be a nice little boost for some logs, which is ideal. What we need. Actually needs to be hit with a hammer. We've started putting stuff in here. Okay, good. Hopefully that will start restricting flow. Yes, beautiful. Okay. I think we can now pause this. I don't think we need that anymore. There's enough power coming out of here for that. Just... Okay, there isn't. It'll do. It'll be fine. By the time this is finished, we should need some logs for. We should be okay. That'll increase that. Did it say it was full? Yeah, so ultimately we have enough planks at this point anyway, so that's not a problem for us. Carrots are all working into there. Oh dear. Okay. Well. What an absolute failure. Oh well. Oh well. We got some potatoes out of it. It's okay. Once this is gone and these are done, is that spinning faster? Yeah, we're sorted now. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's such a shame. It's such a shame. No matter. They'll regrow. And then I think we actually have some independence there from that. Did I change those? There's some more. So let's... we will need to get someone in here for that. There is a spare beaver actually, so why not? Let's get you in there. Try not to kill them this time. So just as a quick test, if I slam those shut and slam those open, it does seem that that 4 gap is enough. Maybe got away with, well, if 3 can go through there, I guess 3 is enough. Oh well. Could have saved some planks, but never mind. Let's fix this. Yeah, bit of surgeon. Bit of surgeon's fine. Will sort itself out in a second. And we are done. Okie dokie. So that should be now working on there. Let's... do we need to be back here anymore? I think we don't. So I'm going to delete that, but I do want the bits back. Good. Get rid of the path. It's the path. And then, finally, another dam. Seal it up. And please and thank you, the pain that is. Aha, that's also gone. So, pause you. Your work is no longer required. Delete that, yes please. Good, right. So, that's safe. That'll be finished shortly. We have effectively made the area bad tide proof. Assuming I remember to flip the dials. Big if. We will probably lose these corners, to be fair, but can't plant anything there anyway, can we? Right. Can't plant anything there. Some more we can change for oaks. Yes, please. Any others? Good. We've got quite a few oaks coming up. And we have a shower. That should increase... give us a good boost on our numbers here. Oh, we're up to 8. This is good. Okay. So, we are in a situation now. We have enough planks to deal with getting this. We do need more here, so let's get someone in there. And I think for the time being, let's just get... there's actually nothing for you to do, is there? No. Alright. Well, we're not building anything, so why don't we? Why don't we? We may as well use them that way. And then if we put 2 more into there, and I think I want to start moving them out of these houses. So I'm going to unpause these. Should have enough logs for that, which we do. And they can't move in because there's no path, so that's nice and safe. So we are looking good on that. So I am going to pause these and then move them. They'll be unhappy that they're all homeless, but it's fine. They'll be fine. They'll cope. They're okay. I believe in them. It's okay. Potatoes are nearly done. That's okay. So we are booming through the science, which is good. Right, let's get some well-being sorted out for them. So, what have we got? Don't need a herbalist, I hope ever. Let's get those in. This is possibly a waste of money, but if we boost their well-being, we'll get yeah, if we boost their well-being, it's going to give us a better bonus anyway, so yes. And we have a drought, which is fine. We don't need to worry too much about that. Drought's okay. These need to be of a lower priority, so I can take them out of anywhere. But I would like to unpause you and get the potatoes into storage. Now, we probably don't have a decent amount of places we can put all the potatoes, but there's a fair amount of space in there. We get 30 in there, and then there's 30 in there, so I think we'll be fine. Science is still steaming away, which is good. They should be getting a bit of bonus from that. Wetford probably needs looking at. So I think, yeah, we probably need to start working on, I think it's tech tree. I think we've got to go on the tech tree at this point. Yeah, okay. I think we're okay. Going to demolish those houses, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think these houses need to go at this point. That is good. Let's use technology here. Yes, please. Right. And I think this is a good spot for adding more datas. I will leave this for now. But I think we can certainly take down a couple in there. These guys haven't really got much to do. Is it worth? Well, we don't have 1,000 science anyway, so that's a big no-no. I think we're at big tank territory, which is fine. So over here is where I wanted to put the water, but I do think what would be quite nice is if we run housing up here in a parallel line up here. gives us a bit of a nice little street for them to go to. I think, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So, storage, that one, yes. So do we put this? I think as they come out of the house, I think we can get it from there. Is that a better place for warehousing? We don't. This is a good place today, I think. And then set that to water. The beavers are flying through that, which is good. Okay, so I think the big concerns of what we need to worry about. How long's the drought? 4 days. Okay. I think we'll wait for them to finish this water tank, and I think we will leave this episode here. When we come back for the next episode, I think looking at boosting the food stuff somewhere, although I think for that we're going to need to start ripping out some areas which are currently over here. We need to think about storage. We need to start worrying about... well, I should have closed that really, but let's just close this. We need to start worrying potentially about moving some of our industry up here. Just for the bad water that runs back here normally. Which is no good in a drought, but useful if we need it for anything else. And I think we need to start looking longer term at moving out of this area and then trying to do something with metal. Now there's some up here. And there's some over here. I think over here is probably the better way to go. We're not near mine territory yet, so that's a problem for another time. Yes, I think that'll do for today. We're in a good situation. We've managed to ensure that we're not going to get absolutely run through with any bad tides. Again, assuming I remember to move these. Water is fine. We've started filling this up. Leave these here for now, I think. We might need to start looking at additional water pumpers, but we're kind of neutral on jobs at the minute, so I think that's okay. We've moved the housing out of the way, just to give us a stolen dead land. We've got a bit more storage, potato. So I think next time we'll get some more housing put in as we need to grow the population slightly. And then see what happens with the beavers then. But again, thanks for watching and see you next time.